Welcome back. A shooting that took place on Wednesday on Chisel Street, Castries, saw members of the public leveling criticisms at the St. Lucia Fire Service for a slow response time. Fire Service spokesperson Damien Jabatis addressed the concerns of the public and says the delay in response time was unavoidable.
The shooting incident on Chisel Street involved an alert and oriented 29-year-old male who was wounded to his upper torso. He was treated and transported to the OKEU hospital, where he was handed over to medical staff in a stable condition. An ambulance from the Babonneau Fire Station transported the patient, as ambulances of the fire service headquarters were engaged in other emergencies at the time.
Meanwhile, he also indicated that there was a vehicular crash on the John Compton Highway on Wednesday morning.
Featured a motorcycle and a pickup van. The 24-year-old male motorcyclist, who was found with trauma to his foot, was treated and transported to the OKEU hospital, where he was handed over to medical staff in a stable condition.
The St. Lucia Fire Service says amid the growing calls for assistance with COVID-19 related situations, the resources of the St. Lucia Fire Service are stretched very thin. The Cabinet of Ministers has taken a decision to further extend barrel concessions that were to end in January by 2 months. The concessions have been extended until the 31st of March 2021. Under the concession period, the following applies: 100% waiver of import duty on personal items, food, clothing, toys, and other household consumables contained in barrels. The number of barrels is limited to 3 per household. The upper limit of $2,500 per barrel on the value of items qualify for the concession, and the items must be for personal use and not commercial. Minister for Equity, Social Justice, Local Government and Empowerment, Leonard Montoute, welcomed the decision, stating that the government has continued to come up with relief measures that reach the most vulnerable, such as the electricity assistance, availability of care packages, and adding more people to the list of those who receive monthly assistance. Continuing the barrel concession, he says, is part of the approach of ensuring that those who need care the most receive it. Since the COVID-19 disease was declared a pandemic in March 2020, at least 6 variants have emerged. However, 3 new variants of concern are spreading rapidly. The UK variant, a variant which emerged in South Africa, and 2 variants which have surfaced in Brazil. The UK variant, which emerged in September 2020, has been identified in 60 countries globally and recently in Caribbean countries. Initial data suggests that the UK variant is more transmissible, and studies and analysis of the transmission and severity of the variant are underway. CARFA urges strict adherence to the requirements of negative COVID-19 results for entry to ports of its member states to effectively continue combating COVID-19 spread in the Caribbean. The agency also stresses that the first line of defense continues to be the isolation of infected people and quarantine of travelers and any person with known or possible exposure to infected people. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more news coming up after the break.